Have you ever had a warm bowl of oatmeal for breakfast? Feeling like you're starting your day off right? It's soft, comforting, and for many of us, it's a staple in our diet. We've been told for years that oatmeal is a heart-healthy, fiber-packed breakfast choice. And don't get me wrong, it can be. But there's something you might not know. That seemingly harmless bowl of oatmeal may be slowly harming your body, especially as we age. So, let's take a closer look at why this beloved breakfast choice could be having a hidden impact on your health, and how we can tweak it to make it work better for you. After all, it's important to make every meal count, right? Our bodies change as we get older, and what worked for us in our younger years may not be as beneficial now. First, let's talk about blood sugar. You might have heard that oatmeal can be good for keeping your blood sugar steady, which is great for many reasons. But for seniors, even oatmeal can sometimes cause a blood sugar spike, especially if it's a quick-cooking kind, or you're adding too many sweeteners. Here's why. The carbohydrates in oatmeal break down into sugars in your body, which can cause your blood sugar to rise. Now, for most people, this isn't a huge issue. But for seniors, especially those with conditions like diabetes or insulin resistance, this spike can be a problem. If your blood sugar spikes and then crashes, you might feel more fatigued, irritable, or experience brain fog. Over time, these spikes and dips can be harder on your body, affecting your energy levels and overall health. But it's not just about the sugar. If you've been using store-bought flavored oatmeals or adding too much sugar, honey, or syrup, those sweeteners are only adding to problem. It's easy to think that just a little drizzle of maple syrup or a spoonful of brown sugar won't make much of a difference. But if you're eating oatmeal every day, those small doses of added sugars add up quickly. So, how do we keep the benefits of oatmeal without those drawbacks? It's all about balance. Now, let's move on to something else you might not have considered when it comes to oatmeal, and that's fiber. Oatmeal is loaded with fiber, which is typically great for digestion and overall health. But as we age, some of us find that high amounts of fiber can actually lead to digestive discomfort, especially if you're sensitive to it or have certain digestive conditions like irritable bowel syndrome, IBS. When you're younger, your digestive system is more resilient. But as you get older, you might notice that high-fiber foods like oatmeal can cause bloating, gas, or even make constipation worse. That's because the fiber in oatmeal can be tough to digest for some people, and it's not always as gentle on your stomach as it used to be. If you're dealing with any of these symptoms, it's worth considering how much oatmeal and how much fiber overall you're consuming. So, let's recap so far. Oatmeal can sometimes cause a spike in blood sugar, especially if it's sweetened or made with quick oats. And for some seniors, too much fiber can cause discomfort and digestive issues. But there's a way to tweak your oatmeal habit so it works for you instead of against you. One way to adjust it is by choosing steel-cut oats instead of instant oats. Steel-cut oats are less processed, meaning they take longer to break down in your body. This slow digestion helps prevent that blood sugar spike, keeping your energy levels steady. If you prefer the convenience of instant oatmeal, look for brands that don't add sugar or sweeteners, or make your own by preparing batches of steel-cut oats in advance. Another option? Add healthy fats and protein to your oatmeal to balance out the carbs and slow down the digestion process. Consider adding a handful of nuts or seeds, a dollop of nut butter, or even some Greek yogurt on top. These will not only make your oatmeal more satisfying, but also help keep your blood sugar levels in check. Now that we've addressed how to balance the blood sugar and fiber issues, let's talk about the bigger picture. Oatmeal might be taking up space in your diet that could be better filled with a wider variety of nutrients. If you're eating oatmeal every single day, it's easy to fall into a bit of routine. Perhaps you're not getting the diversity of nutrients that your body needs. As we age, it's vital to ensure we're getting enough vitamins, minerals, and healthy fats, and sticking to one type of food every day might not offer the variety your body requires. In the next part, we'll dive into why this lack of variety could be problematic and what you can do to mix up your diet to get everything you need to feel your best. So, remember, while oatmeal can certainly be a part of a healthy diet, it's important to take a step back and think about how you're making it. Consider the ingredients, portion sizes, and overall balance to make sure it's serving you in the best way possible. I promise, Small changes can make a world of difference in your health and energy. Now that we've covered the blood, sugar, and fiber concerns with oatmeal, let's take a look at something even more important: the nutrients or lack thereof. When you rely too much on oatmeal for breakfast, you probably heard about the importance of variety in your diet, and this is where it becomes crucial. While oatmeal may seem like a simple go-to meal, if it's a daily habit, it can be limiting in terms of the nutrients your body needs as you age. As we get older, it's especially important to get a well-rounded mix of nutrients to support everything from heart health to bone strength to cognitive function. Now, oatmeal has its benefits. It's packed with fiber, which is great for heart health, and it contains some vitamins and minerals like B vitamins and iron. But if you're eating oatmeal every morning, you could be missing out on other essential nutrients. For example, oatmeal is relatively low in protein. As you age, maintaining muscle mass becomes a real priority. Protein is key for keeping your muscles strong and functional. So, if your typical breakfast consists only of oatmeal, you might not be getting enough protein to start your day right. This can affect your overall muscle health and, over time, even your ability to maintain mobility and strength. Muscle loss, or sarcopenia, is a common issue for seniors, and the best way to prevent it is through a diet rich in protein, along with weight-bearing exercises. If your breakfast is just oatmeal, it might be missing the protein boost you need. You can easily solve this by adding a source of protein to your oatmeal, like a scoop of protein powder, a handful of nuts or seeds, or a dollop of Greek yogurt. This will give your breakfast the extra muscle-supporting benefits it needs. Another nutrient that's often lacking in oatmeal is healthy fats. Healthy fats, like those found in avocados, olive oil, and fatty fish, are incredibly important as we age. These fats help keep our joints lubricated, support brain health, and improve heart function. Oatmeal itself doesn't contain much fat, so if it's your primary breakfast, you might not be getting the right amount of healthy fats to support your overall well-being. It's easy to overlook the importance of fats, but they're absolutely essential for maintaining good health, especially when you're looking to support your cognitive function, heart health, and joint mobility. To add healthy fats to your oatmeal, consider adding chia seeds, ground flax seeds, or a spoonful of nut butter. You could even throw in some sliced avocado on the side to get a nice dose of good fats that will support your heart and brain. And let's not forget about the vitamins and minerals that oatmeal may lack. You need calcium for strong bones and vitamin D for overall health, but oatmeal doesn't provide much of either. As we age, our bones become more vulnerable, and it's vital to get enough calcium and vitamin D to prevent conditions like osteoporosis. If you're eating oatmeal every day without adding any additional calcium-rich foods, you might be putting yourself at risk for bone health issues. One simple way to boost the calcium content of your oatmeal is to cook it with fortified plant-based milk like almond milk or soy milk. These milks often contain added calcium and vitamin D, giving your oatmeal an extra health boost. You could also add some calcium-rich toppings like a sprinkle of sesame seeds or a handful of spinach. Yes, spinach and oatmeal. Trust me, it's delicious when you add a bit of honey and cinnamon. The point I'm getting at is that oatmeal is not a one-size-fits-all solution for your breakfast. While it can be part of a healthy meal, it's essential to mix things up so your body gets a variety it needs. We're not saying you have to ditch oatmeal completely, just that it should be part of a balanced breakfast, not the entire meal. Now, I know this might seem like a lot of changes to make, but don't worry. You don't have to completely overhaul your breakfast routine all at once. You can start by gradually adding in some variety. Instead of having oatmeal every single day, you might swap it out for other nutrient-packed meals, like a veggie-packed omelet, a smoothie with spinach, berries, and protein powder, or even whole grain toast with avocado and eggs. These meals offer different nutrients that will complement the fiber in oatmeal and give your body what it truly needs to thrive. But what if oatmeal is something you genuinely enjoy and don't want to give up? Well, there's good news. You don't have to. You can still make it part of your morning routine, but let's work on making it more well-rounded so it can better serve your body. Adding protein, healthy fats, and other nutrients can transform your oatmeal into a balanced breakfast that will support you through the day. Think of it like a quick tweak to make it more nutritious and beneficial for your aging body. And here's one final thing to keep in mind. Food is not just about what's inside the bowl. It's about how it makes you feel. If oatmeal is something that gives you comfort, something that feels like a warm hug in the morning, I say keep it, but let's give a makeover. You deserve a breakfast that fuels you in every way, that helps you stay strong, energetic, and vibrant. Now that we've covered the nutrient gaps that can arise from eating oatmeal every day, let's talk about how the sugar content in your oatmeal could also be silently affecting your health. I know it's easy to think of oatmeal as a health food, but when it's packed with sugar, whether that's the added sugar you mix in yourself or the sugar hiding in flavored oatmeal packets, it can actually become harmful over time. This is especially important for seniors who are trying to manage their blood sugar levels. As we age, our body's ability to process sugar efficiently can slow down. This is one of the reasons why seniors are at higher risk for developing conditions like type 2 diabetes. When you start your day with a sugary bowl of oatmeal, your blood sugar levels can spike quickly, and this can lead to a sudden crash that leaves you feeling sluggish later on. These blood sugar fluctuations may also lead to weight gain, which is another health concern that can affect your mobility and overall well-being. But it's not just about feeling tired after your meal. Regular spikes in blood sugar can damage blood vessels and increase inflammation in the body, leading to a higher risk of heart disease and other chronic conditions. If you're having oatmeal regularly and adding sugar to it, or eating the pre-flavored oatmeal packets that already contain added sugar, you might be setting yourself up for trouble down the line. So, what can you do to avoid this sugar trap? First, try switching to unsweetened oatmeal. You'll still get all the hearty benefits of oatmeal, but you won't be adding any unnecessary sugar to mix. And if you need a little sweetness, there are healthier alternatives. You could add a drizzle of honey, a sprinkle of cinnamon, or some fresh fruit like berries or banana slices. These options add natural sweetness without the blood sugar spike. It's also worth considering the type of oats you're eating. Instant oats and quick oats often have a higher glycemic index compared to old-fashioned rolled oats or steel-cut oats. The glycemic index measures how quickly foods affect your blood sugar. Foods with a high glycemic index cause a rapid spike in blood sugar, which is exactly what we want to avoid. By opting for steel-cut oats or rolled oats, you're choosing a lower glycemic option that will help keep your blood sugar levels more stable throughout the morning. But let's go beyond just the oatmeal itself. If oatmeal is a regular part of your breakfast, think about what you're adding to it. Are you adding sweeteners or sugary toppings that might make the oatmeal seem healthier than it really is? A lot of people don't realize that the honey, maple syrup, or brown sugar they sprinkle on top of their oatmeal can contribute significant amounts of sugar. Over time, these small additions can really add up and lead to higher blood sugar levels. Instead of adding sugar, consider topping your oatmeal with things that are nutrient-dense, like chia seeds, flax seeds, or nuts. These ingredients will not only enhance the texture and flavor of your oatmeal, but they'll also provide essential nutrients like omega-3 fatty acids, protein, and fiber, things that will benefit you far more than any sugar boost. Now, I know this might sound like a lot of changes to make at once, but the truth is, you don't have to do it all overnight. Start by reducing the sugar bit by bit. If you're used to putting 2 spoonfuls of sugar in your oatmeal, try cutting it down to 1. Over time, your taste buds will adjust, and you'll find that you don't miss the sweetness as much as you thought you would. You might even come to enjoy the natural flavor of oatmeal paired with healthier toppings like berries or nuts. It's also a good idea to pay attention to your body signals. If you find yourself feeling sluggish or hungry shortly after eating your oatmeal, it could be a sign that it's not providing you with the sustained energy you need. That's when you might want to rethink your oatmeal combination. Adding protein and healthy fats to your oatmeal can help balance out the sugar content and give you a more satisfying, long-lasting meal. Let's not forget about the importance of balance in your overall diet. Oatmeal can absolutely be part of a healthy breakfast, but it shouldn't be the only thing you're eating. Make sure you're getting a variety of nutrients throughout the day by including a range of whole foods in your meals. That means fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, healthy fats, and whole grains. A well-balanced diet will help you stay energized, strong, and healthy. Finally, I want to leave you with a thought. It's all about the small adjustments. You don't have to give up your oatmeal entirely, but by tweaking how you make it and what you add to it, you're creating a more balanced, nutrient-dense meal that supports your body as you age. Remember, Food is about fueling your body and supporting your health, not just filling you up. You deserve to have meals that nourish and energize you, so don't settle for anything less.